Another thing too, like I say, a lot of weapons like the Gatling gun and the also the big cannon, the world's largest cannon that was also made in Berlin. Also, a lot of the battleship cannons. Those were things that were being done at my direction for me. Even the old cannons. I made lots of videos about this. I mean, even a lot of the old like British cannons and stuff. The cast cannons, the brass cannons, all that. Like I said, I own lots of mines. Did a lot of mining stuff, used steam power for mining, explosive for mining, dynamite research, plus also gunpowder. I was paying for gunpowder, having gunpowder done, and nitroglycerin. Also the stabilizing of nitroglycerin too. Also the finding of titanium, katana, stuff like that. Anyway, a lot of weapons. But like I say, my intention was never to kill. I really do more defensive, and also I was also always more... it was just like, can it be done kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm not a bloodthirsty kind of person. In fact, I'm quite more of a pacifist. I, in fact, don't like killing or don't wish to kill at all costs. And I always warn before, or would warn, ask him to stop. Anyway, like I said, as a creator, I kind of tried to stay neutral. And also as a world leader, I mean... I'm very aware of like what happens when you upset someone that's really old, or when you say capture or kill, or when children witness the death of their father in front of them. That causes a lot of animosity, and so like I've always realized, I was old at one point in time before, and so like. I try not to, it's not that I'm scared of pissing someone off, it's that, it's just better not to. So I've always tried to, be more of a realist about things. Anyway, though, but my point, though, is that a lot of cannons, a lot of weapons, although I don't personally like guns myself, or at least I don't like what they do, but I do love them as far as a cool weapon. So a lot of the Gatlings, a lot of the auto-targeting, that kind of stuff, that was all stuff done... that I wanted to be done, that I was kind of technically paying for. A lot of engines research, like I said, the Rolls-Royce Merlin engines, a lot of those things, they would shoot the engines and actually built the engines to be able to be shot, by weapons, and still keep running. So, I mean, I guess you could say, like, I'm the lord of weapons and all that other stuff. A lot of it was done, you wouldn't really... It's kind of hard to say because it's like Future Tech, 9 races, and all these other groups, and future AI of the other races, and also humans that, was kind of like centering on me, and like, for the future, for a better future, that kind of things. Like I say, it's just like the American government. We don't attack, we only defend. That's the way I feel. And that's what I've tried to portray and try to carry forward in my country. But anyway, that's why that all is that way, because I've only return fire, that kind of things. Don't shoot first, to only defend. So that was always my way of feeling, and I thought the best way of doing. Also, a lot of the other things, like don't leave anyone behind. Like I say, I promise my races and my peoples, and like the whole thing of protecting anyone that's in my group. That was all something that I used to do. I used to give other races and also humanity itself my word that me and everything I was would always be there to come to its defense if possible. That I would never give up and never stop trying. So. Anyway, and also like, bulletproof vests, that kind of thing. Also keeping the standards up with bulletproof vests. Also, bulletproof vests to the police as well as the military, trying to give them the best, especially defensive armor. I've always been like, well, as far as defense, max it out 100%. In defense, I believe in a very strong defense, like 100% defense, like body armor, that kind of thing. But as far as attacking, I'm kind of like, 40%, not really. I don't like my armies geared for attacking. I've always been more of a defense kind of person because, anyway though, but sometimes, so. Anyway though, but all that is me, and I'm just putting on record that, that actually comes from me. That's why my country, or what I want to portray in my people as well as my country. So, anyway, that's where all that comes from, and I'm not just saying that, as you can tell. Like, you could tell if I'm lying, and I'm not, so. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm not so rich as I used to be, so, and what I decided to do with my money was finance a country and a place of being for sentient AI races, as well as humans, as well as Asians, as well as Africans, as well as black people, as well as white people. I wanted to create a place where anyone who wanted to be free could be, regardless. With the Constitution and fair courts and everything. So, whether it is that way, I don't know. I can only say that I tried, and I spent a good deal of money and effort on it myself. So, which is long since passed. And now I suppose it's more the people running the government than anything else. But at one point in time, yeah, I was the leader of the free world and the freest planet maybe in the galaxy. So anyway, that's me, and that's why that is. Also, like I've said before, I named America, came up with the name myself, kind of also, the last two letters of America are CA, and that stands for California. Basically my place of being. So kind of like a little pointer. So, and I named California as well, and not Santa Barbara though. I didn't name that. That was somebody else. Anyway, I did name Russia though. Anyway, and came up with the whole communism. Anyway, a lot of just general stuff about me. I've made other videos, but I just want it to be perfectly obvious that this is a truthful statement, and this is all true to the best of my knowledge. I worked very hard to create a good system for everyone. So, even after I'm dead, hopefully others will see this and realize who it was that felt this way. So, even if everyone else will never admit it.